Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then you just back on.
Ah, top notch. The Simagic Dynamic 10Nm direct drive wheel might end up being one of the cheapest direct drive wheels on the market. And thanks to the guys at digital-motorsport.com who were demoing the equipment that they sell on their website at the Autosport Show, we had a chance to jump on and give the wheel a bit of a test, so I can now give you our first impressions of the device. Now, of course, keep in mind this was just set up for a trade show, and the wheel itself is very new. I think Digital-Motorsport is the only people that actually have one in Europe at this point in time, so you know, it's all very fresh, and this is very much a first impression. It's not anything final. So the first thing is, despite it only being 10 Nm of max strength, which is effectively half of what you get from the small Mage or the FANATEC DD1, you still get a lot of the benefits of a DD wheel in that it doesn't have built-in mechanical dampening, or the dampening it does has is utterly negligible, and that's probably one of the biggest things of a direct drive wheel. The mechanics of the device don't get in the way of your input. And straight away when driving with this, you know, it feels like you're driving with a direct drive wheel, as opposed to, say, like a T300 TSPC Racer, or, you know, CSLE Elite, or any of the other wheels that actually use a belt mechanism. Now, the motor itself is using a 3-phase stepper motor that the company claims is optimised for sim racing, and I have to say, it did actually feel really nice and smooth. There wasn't a sort of notchiness to the force feedback, which has been an issue with very early direct drive wheels. Totally smooth. And you could feel a good range of the force feedback coming from the simulator. Now, of course, with it being 10 Nm, which is effectively less than half of what you get from a FANATEC DD1 or the small Mage, you do notice a real lack of punchiness and sort of kick and strength that you get with those higher-end DD wheels. So it doesn't quite have that immersive impact or just rawness that you get when you use those higher-end DD wheels with vintage cars or cars that in real life have a lot of torque coming through the wheel. But you know, if you're the type of person that plays driving simulators with lower strength force feedback, then this might actually be a perfectly adequate solution. I mean, not everybody wants broken wrists from playing video games, let's face it. Now, the other aspect of this setup that's really compelling for me is that the wheel on this DD motor is also by Simagic Dynamic, and that's the GT1 steering wheel. And the quality of the wheel rim is absolutely fantastic. It just feels really good in your hand. And the quick release system, as you could see at the start of the video, is just super elegant, really clip on, clip off, and just came across as really high quality. Also, the buttons on the wheel rim itself all felt super legit and solid. And obviously that would add to the immersion or the perception that you're driving a real car when what you're interacting with actually feels like a substantive real steering wheel. Now, I mean, of course, with quick release systems, you don't know until they've been tested for 3 or 4 months if they're solid or not. I mean, out of the box, they might seem rock solid, but then, you know, you get weird glitches with buttons through the connection not being perfect, or some slop or something. You just don't know until it's fully tested. But at face value, from the very limited amount of time we had, I was super impressed with both the quick release and the quality of the wheel rim. Now, Digital-Motorsports.com are selling the Simagic 10 Nm direct drive wheel with the base and steering wheel, and I believe it also comes with a quick release. They've got it on their site for £790.99p, which is pretty insane and massively lowers the price of direct drive wheels. And as you guys know, I'm just obsessed with DD wheels. And really, I want everyone to be able to have them, and though I'm sure the other companies hate it, I just want to see the price drop. Get down lower, boys! Get the price of the DDs lower. All these other companies like, oh, there goes our profit margins. But, you know, just really exciting to see more people coming to the market with DD wheels. So before I go, the one thing I would say with this is that I think the software on the Simagic DD wheel could do with being tuned a bit and tweaked a bit. And this is the thing with all DD wheels. The motors are normally fundamentally there, but what often happens is the software needs to be dialed in, and that takes quite a long period of time. And you notice that happened with the Simucube 1 and then the Simucube 2. I mean, even with the original MOS software, And then you've seen it happen with the FANATEC DD wheels, where as they've released software, the wheels have just got better and better, because the physical DD motor is normally pretty damn good, but how you deliver the electricity and the force feedback signal to that motor is really what puts the icing on top and really makes it sing. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens to the Simagic wheels over time, if the price stays the same, goes up, goes down, if the software changes, and how durable they are. For more details about the wheel, check out digital-motorsports.com, where, as I said, you can also buy one if you want to. I shall now proceed, like every other idiot YouTuber, to ask you to click the like button, subscribe, and click the bell. It's optional, but it certainly helps. Till the next one, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you found this interesting, happy tea drinking, and goodbye.